I like permanent modifiers more than anything else. Yeah, because that really allows you to customize your nation depending on what the missions do. But in general, like, I've made no secret of it, I don't like the missions. I think that they make what should be a very dynamic and open game far too linear. Someone did not think about the 80% cave development cost when making up the missions. Yeah, quite possibly. Probably, in fact. Because that's horrifically expensive. That's probably... We're talking 100 years worth of monarch points to develop all of this to level 9. Timed anything doesn't feel like it's worth striving for. No, because you can almost never time those timed events for when you actually need them. Or if you do, you're putting other things off really badly. Right, we do have another mission, which is the Reclaim the Road of Iron. Which is Gorzenburg, which is that one? Yes. You're still being restored. Once you're restored, then I think we'll drop a whole bunch of points on you as well. The only thing that I shouldn't be dropping right now is admin. And the command minions are still embargoing us, that's fine. Although my proportion of control over their territory has gone down a bit. But that's okay. Hey, Poet. The amount of stunts people do with completing missions and then tag switching to stack permanent modifiers makes me think the mission system isn't super thought through. It's not. It's not a great system at all. Weapons manufactory finished. So we're getting those big upgrades done now, which is good. Still got another weapons manufactory in the capital to go, which is going to be a phenomenal goods produced increase. And how fast... Oh, colonialism... Wow, colonialism is already present in those places. So how much is it going to be to embrace colonialism? 800 ducats. You know what? That's actually getting to the stage where it's worth saving for. The other thing I need to do is turn you off. And turn you on. As we're starting to get a little bit of spread. Colony self-sustaining to Avarod 60. Good. Onwards to 61. And this road is going to be known as... Oops. Hollandrod. Actually, after Charlotte Holland, but I like Hollandrod. Hollandrod's good. Though India has some nice missions. Yeah, like the Vijayanagar, but that's again because they're the permanent ones. Like when you conquer the city with the silver mine, and you can build up the silver mine. That's cool. I like that one. And some of the Indonesian ones are pretty clever from what I've seen. But like France's mission tree is terrible. It's just like conquer this, get permanent claims, conquer this, get permanent claims. I hate permanent claims. I think permanent claims are one of the worst things to be added to the game. And we're about to lose that colony because I was not on the ball. Great. However, it does mean that I don't need to fight those rebels twice. In fact, I don't need to fight them at all. Even better. If you treat it in vanilla as this is what the country did historically and gives you some basic objectives as a beginner, then it's useful. But once you pass the beginner stage, you can make your own objectives. Yeah. This is why 90% of the time I just ignore missions. And people always get really wound up with me. And it's like, why aren't you doing the missions? Because I don't like them. I think they're bad. Lubeck. Lubeck was the one mission tree where I was like, you know what? This is enjoyable. I knew there was one country where I was like, okay, I get it. Kind of. Additional diplomats. Yes, I would like that, please. Because the next one is going to be another colonist and also some more settler chance. We're getting pretty close to finishing expansion ideas. So when we do, what policies can we get? Pioneer policy. Automatically discover adjacent when a colony is built. We've already discovered pretty much everything. Getting that one like super early on when I was kind of being stopped by the adjacency discoveries, then it would have been useful, but now not really. How strong is the command nowadays? 77,000 standing army, so their army is once again eclipsing ours. Our reserves are about the same, but we are ahead of them militarily. Yeah, 2 techs ahead. And 12 is a big one. We're getting close. Once we've got access to Dravarod 62, I think we'll probably make a move. That's a lot of orcs. For Hull as Krakazol, which is a command slave state. Yeah, it has settler chance, but it's only 5%. What's the huge terra incognita to my north? I don't know. I've not seen it. Haven't got to it. It's beyond the mountains. Oh, the command orcs. No, they're hobgoblins. Is there an automatic colonizer system, like setting a colonist just colonizing a region until it's done? Yeah, it's called Colonial Nations. Like, actually, Colonial Nations are the one feature in EU4 which I thought I would absolutely hate. I've actually grown to quite like them. I think Colonial Nations are really good, and I wish that they'd put Colonial Nations in India as well, rather than trade companies. I'm not sold on trade companies. Yeah, Colonial Nations are good, especially if you're playing as like large imperial nations like Britain. You've got units and troops everywhere, so kind of giving them a bit of autonomy to defend themselves, at least against minor threats, is brilliant. And then if they get into a big fight or in over their heads, that's when you start shipping them troops from your own forces. And it also allows you to do a lot more localized conflicts, like colonial nation versus colonial nation. It's brilliant. Restoration of Gore Orzenbrog. After many years of work, Gore Orzenbrog has been restored to its former glory. We have faced many trials and tribulations, but surely they hold functioning once more. We will be able to truly build the nation up, or in this case, down, towards a better future. Alright, cool. So this place is built. The first thing I'm going to do is... Oh, do I want to dig or do I want to fort here? Well, no, I can't dig. It's not the capital. So yeah, we're going to start you building a fort, because this place really needs to be defended, because it will cover the crossing, zone of control. And we want to develop this place to a 40. So Gore Orzenbrog wants to do this now, because this drops the dev cost by another 20%. Boop. Into the Sagmundal. So this needs me to take control of this from my ally. And it rewards me with a subjugation CB against Verkol Gulan, like they wouldn't have conquered this themselves. In fact, the only reason that they're not up to here is because they had a really bad start. Now, what does digging deeper cost me this time? This is going to be 953. That's actually less than I expected. 21 years. I mean, the previous one was 17 years and 700 ducats. Okay, so we definitely want to put Diplo points into this. Although the gems are so annoying. This used to be a gem hold. Not worth nearly as much money now. I think we can put quite a few military points into this one. So this is going to be a military power place. 2 points short. So close. Oh, this might also expand the institution. You're not wrong. I mean, that would be nice, because this would spread then to Mordred. Does this already have a parliament seat? It does, yes. I did all the holds already, even if they weren't reclaimed. By the way, did they improve colonial nations again? They became really useless compared to the new trade companies when they redid those. I think they've just overpowered the trade companies. There's the 40. I think we need another 3 points. And then we'll get colonialism here as well. And I think that's probably worth striving for. Those guys are fighting. Good. Oh, we do have a colonist. That means one of them was lost. You're there. Oh no, you just completed. I must have completely skipped through that, just didn't notice. Okay, so this needs a name. It is going to be Maximus Rod. For Matthias Maximus. We're a great power, at last. I mean, it's actually considering, like, how crazy wealthy we are. In fact, we might even be... Yeah, we're first. We are the wealthiest nation in the game. By quite a long ways. Wesdam is second with 66 ducats a year to our 74. And that's with no coastline. That's with almost no trade. That's all internal production. One that still impresses me is Dame's Crown. 98 development, and they're, what, 7th? 8th? 8th. They're like a 5th my size. But anyway, the command is 4th. I think this is the first time I've actually seen the command on this list. I don't think they were previous... Oh, no, that might have been because I hadn't discovered them yet. That's probably why I hadn't seen the command before. Oh man, their maximum troops is huge. Ah, if I let them just continue to expand, they're going to be truly terrifying. Although they're losing land right now. This is against the southern powers once more. It's all of this versus them. I can expand my force limit. I probably should. At least you guys are like fully drilled, so we have a very, very potent frontline army. And we do need to core stuff again. Expensive as that may be. And I need another seat in the assembly. That's a bit annoying. Where is that going to be? Twitch Rod. Has to be. Okay. Now, what was I doing? I was trying to expand your development that you got, colonialism. That's what I'm waiting for. Okay. Earthseed, the holy site. Yeah, probably. I really wish it wasn't just a cavern. I really do. Improve the capital. The glory of the capital has long been neglected. We now have an opportunity to improve the city and make it a beacon of national pride. So we can spend 200 ducats or 2,500 manpower. For the first time this game, I feel like I have sufficient manpower to just throw at the problem. And there we go, colonialism. And we're losing great power status. Right, I wanted to see this. So we are at 500 points, as is Grombar. And we are saving money so that we can get the institution. Galwed is first. They've actually knocked the command off the top spot. But that's because the command is at 198% institution cost, which is quite a lot. And I will be overtaking Grombar when I actually embrace this, which we're going to get not too far from now. So we've got, what, a year? To hold on to our top spot. Establish the penal colony in Dwarven 42, which is here. Our colony in Dwarven 42 has not been progressing as quickly as we would like. One of the advisors has, however, come up with a plan to speed up this growth. They are proposing that we send the thieves, the debtors, and other criminals to Dwarven 42 and have them pay their debts to society by working to develop the colony and eventually become settlers once their sentence is done. So they will have settler increase for like 30 years, but they will also have the unrest problems. Now, everything is going to be our faith and our culture, so that's not really a problem. Although we do already have a place to send our debtors and criminals, it's here. This is the Dwarven Australia. Although they don't seem to be doing particularly well at the moment. Oh dear. If they lose their hold, that's going to be very painful. I do need to remember that I need to tech up in those. In the next 9 years, preferably. So who did you actually declare war on? Kayanodra. Not sure who that is. There it is. Golden Era for Grombar. Oh dear, they're the ones trying to take my place. I'm going to extend that loan, and that one too, because I want to get up to the 700 ducats that I need. It's a coalition war. Oh, okay. Losing great power status, except I'm not. I will have institutionalized by then. As long as I have a year. Close enough. No, I have 5 years. Huh, that's more generous than I realized. Empire of Anbennar has elected Arrol I of Wesdom. So it's no longer Vern. It is now Wesdom, which is these guys. Wesdom are looking pretty strong, so that seems like a pretty good choice. Tudina's having a civil war. Gorozenbrock's castle is finished. Good, so this area is now fortified. How much land tradition are we gaining? 0.7. We still need more forts for the size of our nation. All right then. Problem is, I still don't have the adjacency that I want. I want that to be a fully formed settlement before I go after the command. Oh, they failed to colonize this place. I'm not surprised. There's 15,000 people there. Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one. I mean, hell, if I take the holds, then I have no problem with the command. They can just... Oh, no. Yeah, I have a problem with the command because I want to take this. Scratch that. I have big problem with the command. The commands suck. Boo. Boo. What's the Parliament up to? Nothing. They've still got the expansion of the bureaucracy, which is making my advisors cheaper. Are we getting institutions anytime soon? Not really. 24%, 59%, 84%. 1550. Doesn't say when in 1550, unfortunately. Not sure that I can be bothered to wait. I make more money. Increase of goblin tolerance. No! No! Shipbuilding boom. That's really not helpful. It's not unhelpful. It's not a hindrance. Decline of the mage influence. Fine. Another colonist. That is useful. So, how do I want to do this? Can't go there. You know what? I think we're going to start backfilling this stuff. This is going to require another little army. Which can be you lot. And then... next month. Nimsgard Golden Era, and we have now embraced colonialism, so we should be way ahead of Grombar. No. Oh, they just took some more land. Cheaters! Unless that hasn't recalculated the fact that I don't have the institution penalties anymore. Suddenly I'm third. Go at the command me. Mostly because of my technology, though, admittedly. Growth of the... Really? The day I pressed the button! The day! The ability to mass-produce the written word would revolutionise the spread of information, and in many ways modern society as a whole. Pioneered by Renaissance men such as Conwellian printer Olor Goodmountain. He sounds like a dwarf. The new art helped fuel the Renaissance by making the translated classics more widely available. Later, the Reformation benefited greatly from the ability to spread critical publications and translations of the Holy Scriptures. Now that printing has matured as a technique and spread throughout Canor, hundreds of thousands of copies of everything from religious and political pamphlets to scientific treatises and instructions on how to behave are circulating the continent. With print shops growing ever more commonplace, rulers have found it hard to contain the new technique, as the comparatively easy means of production makes it easy for censorship to be sidestepped by moving business across borders, or even just changing the name on the title page. This changes everything. Oh, I can now actually expel the mages. They haven't done anything against me. They're fine. Cool. So... Coast Road. Actually, it's a good question. Where did all of these come from? So, Anvilwright was the birth... Oh, Silverforge! Silverforge was the birthplace of the Renaissance. I think it was proper that I was actually like the second nation to get it, because of how I was developing up my my hold. So the Renaissance was a dwarven idea. You heard it here first. Definitely not a biased new publication in one of these newfangled printing presses. Colonialism was in Castile. Not really a surprise. That definitely seems like a colonizer. Then the printing press was in Coast Road over there. And a lot of places seem to be getting it. What is required for one to gain printing press? Because I ain't getting it. Nearby friendly province, adjacent printing press and loyal clergy. Capital of the country with a Diplo of 15. We probably won't get that until Diplo 15. Which, to be fair, is only 3 away. That's what, 30 years? 40 years? It's probably about 36 years. I'm just happy that we've been able to maintain such high innovativeness so far away from the Dame's Head. In vanilla you get progressive or Protestant, yeah, but we're not. We're not even Catholic in those terms. We're ancestor worship. Completely different religion. So Corner Knight is the new Protestantism. Regent's Court is Catholicism, basically. And we're over here minding our own business with ancestor worship. Dig the hold and prepare to dev once it's done. I mean, that's getting increasingly expensive. But yes, that is probably what we will have to do. How much was digging again? 956 ducats. I think the next major thing is going to have to be a war against the command. They are tapped for man, but they have such a big standing army. I mean, to be fair, so do we. We have 56,000, and I am 2 techs ahead of them. And my army is getting kind of scary because of all of our mounting cannon modifiers. Artillery from back row. 25% extra damage. Artillery combat ability 10. Artillery bonus versus fort 7. 42% advisor cost. Then we also have really good shock damage reductions. %25 less shock damage received. I don't think we have fire damage reductions. Oh no, we do. 15. 10 discipline. I mean, 10 discipline's actually the same as what they had last time we fought them. Do we have any infantry combat ability? Where's the eye? No. We do, however, do 18% more fire damage. Partially because of the professionalism, partially just because of our modifiers. And if we finish this, we get another land leader fire. And artillery fire plus 0.5. So our artillery really is going to be terrifying. We probably do need more. What is the combat width these days? 27. So we would need 27 artillery to really make that. I mean, we're only 7 behind. A full-on battle with this army fully drilled would be pretty scary. Would do a lot of damage. Anyway, on that note, we will have to end this stream. So thank you everyone for watching. I am sorry that there isn't a cliffhanger this time around. This one's just kind of a good spot to end. We just got our institution. We're on the verge of getting, well, on the verge of starting the process of getting the next one. But we are definitely war with the command looming. 100% that is looming. Possibly conflict starting with Verkal Gulan to try and consolidate more of our holdings over the Eastern Spine Mountains. And then possibly Segdir after that, we shall see. And then we're just going to be watching like what our neighbours do with interest, making sure that we stave off any potential threats to the mountains. So if you have enjoyed this, please do be like Ryguy and Howling Banshee and hit that follow button to get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you have really enjoyed this, then please do consider subscribing. It does help the channel out. Lets me do more of this kind of content. If you would like to support the channel in other ways, then do check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking. I do have a YouTube channel, which is where you can find the beginning of the series. That started today. Went up this morning. Episode 2 to tomorrow, and then another episode every day. The next time I'm planning on streaming this, I think might actually be tomorrow. Let me just double check. It is tomorrow, 5 PM GMT, so the first stream is going to be more Anbennar. Then after that is going to be continuing with Navarra in Medieval Kingdoms. Then there's going to be more of this on Wednesday, more of this on Friday, more of this on Saturday. So lots of Anbennar planned for the rest of this week, because I'm rather enjoying this. I've missed EU4, I've really missed EU4. But I was just so burned out on like the regular world map, I've just played it too often. So this is really a nice breath of fresh air, and I couldn't be happier. So thank you everyone for watching. Is there anything else I need to say? I don't think so. We should probably go and see if there's anyone we should go and raid. Let's go and have a look. Is anyone else doing Anbennar? Would be the main question I would ask. Actually, yes. Alright, this fellow's got one person watching, so I'm just going to double check that there is actually voice.
Wait till these guys get access.
There is voice. Alright, let's go and make Noxmilio's day. Let's head on over there. Say hello from Mordred Viking. I would love to see his chat absolutely lit up by the Viking Raid, which you can do by copying and pasting Viking Raid just like this. Or if you're a subscriber, you can do it by copying and pasting this one, which will bring in the longships. It looks like Noxmilio is actually playing as Verkor Guland, so do some spying. Find out what there is to know about our closest dwarven neighbour and potential rival. Anyway, that's it from me for now. Thanks everyone for watching. I will see you all tomorrow, 5 PM. Until then, goodbye. Viking Raid! Let's do this.